Okay, so let's just jump right into this because I want to start with a statement that might sound a little crazy. No matter how hard you work, you are probably not going to get rich from hard work alone. I know, that goes against everything we've ever been taught. But stick with me, because we're about to break down a formula that the world's wealthiest people use. A formula that most of us, well, we just never learned in school.
It's a super frustrating question, isn't it? I mean, you look around and you see people putting in absolutely grueling hours. Think about construction workers, office employees staying late. They're some of the hardest working people out there. And yet so many of them are just struggling to get by. So this isn't about knocking hard work. It's about asking, where is all that work pointed?
So, what is the real difference between hard work and smart work? Well, think about it like this. Hard work by itself is like flooring the gas pedal in a car that has no GPS. You're burning a ton of fuel, you're getting exhausted, but you're not really going anywhere specific. Smart work is that same car, same engine, but now you've got a GPS. You have a map, you have a destination, and every single ounce of effort is strategic. It's designed to multiply your rewards, not just cap them. And to really see how this plays out, let's just walk through a simple story about two friends. It perfectly shows the massive difference between working in a system versus taking the time to build one. So, first up, meet Raj. He basically followed the exact path we're all told is the right one. He studied hard, got himself a good, safe job, and he was totally dedicated. He put in his hours, he did the overtime, he made his boss happy, he was the perfect employee. And you know what? By most people's standards, he was doing great.
But then you've got his friend, Samir. Now, Samir also worked like crazy, day and night, but his focus was completely different. He wasn't looking for a job, he was looking for a problem. He saw that people in his city had a hard time getting food delivered, and he decided to pour all his hard work into solving that problem.
And right here, this is the absolute key to everything. Raj was trading his time, which is limited, right, for a set amount of money. If he didn't show up to work, he didn't get paid. His income was tied to his presence. Samir, on the other hand, was building a system. He was hiring drivers, creating an app, making partnerships. He was building something that could make money even when he was asleep.
So let's hit the fast forward button 5 years down the line. Raj is doing okay. His salary has gone up. He's comfortable. But Samir, his income has absolutely skyrocketed. See, Raj's main asset is his job security, which, let's be honest, depends on somebody else. Samir's main asset is the business system he owns and controls. Raj is still stuck trading his time for money, while Samir has earned freedom over his time. The difference in where they ended up is just staggering.
So what was the secret sauce? What did Samir get that Raj didn't? It really comes down to this fundamental formula for how money actually works in the world. And it's probably not what you think.
You see, money isn't just paper. It's really just a stand-in for value that's been exchanged. Think about it. A doctor might help, say, 20 patients a day in a clinic. Their income is capped by their time. But what if that same doctor started making health videos on YouTube? Now they can help hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people at once. By solving a problem at a massive scale, their income potential just explodes.
But how do you do that? How do you scale your value beyond your own two hands and the 24 hours in a day? The answer is one incredibly powerful word: leverage. This is the secret tool. It's the multiplier that lets you expand your effort and your impact way, way beyond what one person could ever do alone. And leverage basically breaks down into four main types. You've got labor. That's what Samir did when he hired delivery drivers. You've got capital, which is just using money to make more money, like through investing. Then there's code, building an app or software that can serve millions of people 24/7. And finally, you have content, creating something once, like a video or a book, that can keep earning you money again and again. These are the game changers. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually do it? How do you start building your own system? How do you go from thinking like Raj to thinking like Samir? Well, it really starts with just a few clear, doable steps.
It all starts with these four things. First, you gotta know yourself. What are you uniquely good at? What's your talent? Second, you have to look outside yourself. What problems are out there that people need solved? Third, you have to connect with people. Your network is your net worth, for sure. Opportunities come from other people. And finally, as soon as you start making some money, you have to make it start working for you. Don't just let it sit there. Invest it.
But honestly, before you take a single one of those actions, something even more important has to shift. It's not just about what you do, it's about how you think. Your mindset is the foundation for everything else. It's your single most valuable asset. Just look at this comparison. One mindset is all about security, a steady paycheck. It avoids risk at all costs and sees money as something you have to work for. The other mindset? It's chasing growth and freedom. It sees money as a tool that should work for you, and it understands that you have to manage calculated risks to get big rewards. Your entire financial life will be a reflection of which of these two columns you're living in. And a huge part of that rich mindset is understanding one dead simple difference: assets versus liabilities. It's easy. An asset puts money into your pocket, a liability takes money out of your pocket. That's it. The wealthy spend their lives acquiring assets. Almost everyone else spends their lives acquiring liabilities, and a lot of the time, they actually think they're assets. So what's the real power of focusing on assets? Well, look at this number. If you just invested $10,000 a month and got a pretty reasonable 12% annual return, that could grow to nearly 1 crore rupee in 20 years. That's not magic. That is the power of compounding. That's what a system working for you looks like. Now, it's really easy to hear all this and have the excuses start creeping in. Oh, it's too late for me, or I don't have enough money to start. So let's just quickly tear down some of the most common myths that are designed to keep you right where you are. Okay, myth 1, you need money to make money. Nope, you need a good idea and a skill more than you need cash. Myth 2, you need a formal degree. Tell that to Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. Busted. Myth 3, you have to be young. Colonel Sanders started KFC when he was in his 60s. And finally, the idea that money is everything. It's not, but it is a tool that buys you freedom and options. All these other things are just stories we tell ourselves to avoid starting. So we end with this. This isn't about quitting your job tomorrow and risking it all. It's about starting small. It's about making a shift. So what's the first tiny step you can take today to start building your system? Are you going to identify one skill you can master? Are you going to research one problem you can solve? Are you going to open an investment account, even with just a tiny amount? The huge gap between hard work and smart work, it all begins with that one small intentional step. So what's yours going to be?